are delighted to present a gentleman who is indeed an incredible living legend. He is approaching 80 years of age, and for most of his adult and youngster life went all over America in a show called The Medicine Show. And he inherited this from a gentleman who founded the medicine show concept in America over 100 years ago. And he has done every TV show all over North America. Been featured on the original Today Show with Dave Garroway, the Johnny Carson Show, the David Letterman Show, and the list goes on and on and on. And I think you'll find him very interesting. Please welcome Doc Scott, the Great Medicine Show.
Well, the medicine show's back in town. Medicine show's back in town. Live a good can, travel with the band. Show's back in town. Mama works on the show. Sister hips now and then. Well, Daddy taught me how to do a real good pitch like the old man. Medicine man. Say the medicine show's back in town. Medicine show's back in town. Little girl that can walk, travel with a band. Medicine show's back in town. Mama works on the show. Sister helps now and then. Well, Daddy keeps an eye on what's going on. Just watch that old money rolling. Say the medicine show's back in town. Medicine show's back in town. Little girl that can walk and travel with the band. Medicine show's back in town. Yes, every girl that can walk and travel with the band. Medicine show's back in Thank you. Medicine show's back in town. Yes, I have been traveling, as the good man said there, for, well, about 60 years, a different town every day. And back, oh, let's see, about close to 50 years ago, I guess, High Heath and I got together, and we wrote a little song that sold quite a few million, and some of you might remember it. So let me see if I could kind of bring back a few memories for the older folks, and some of the young ones may have never heard it before. It went this way. Umbrella for a lady for protection from the rain. A bottle or two of snake oil to chase away the pain. Some rheumatism pills for the settlers in the hill. Well, get along, you get along. Mule train, get it going there. Mule train, lippity clopping over the hill and the plain. Well, it seems as how they'll never stop. Lippity clop, oh, clippity, 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 lippity clop and pull along. There's a love that jar the back of her, a miner in Corona. Guitar for a cowboy way out in Arizona. A dress that got let go for a pretty night. Get along, yeah, get along. Mule train, mule train. Lippity clop it over the hill and the plain. Well, it seems as how they'll never stop. Lippity clop, oh, clippity, 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 clop it along. Mule train. Thank you. Oh, man.
Right. Very good.
You know what? You mentioned there a minute ago something that brought back memories to me, incidentally.
What was that, Doc?
Well, I tell you what, the first songbook that I ever put out was, I'm going to guess, right at 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
He's speaking about the Fowlers, a guy named Wally Fowler. and I believe that you're kin to Wally
Right.
Finer. That's when he first started his publishing company, and he did one of my first books. And Wally done pretty good after that.
You got it. Well, all right. That's a good tie-in.
Right.
Doc, something that amazed me is this great compound that you have here. Tell us a little something about that, and then we're going to run a commercial for your great specialty items you have.
Okay. The thing that is the star of the Doc Tommy Scott Medicine Show, the star of my show is not me or not anybody that I've had on the show, but that's the star.
That's the star.
Called snake oil.
Snake oil.
Yeah. A lot of people say, well, is there any snake in it? No. No snake in it. Never been any snake in it. But the reason that you got to, back in 104 years ago is when it was first put together by old Doc Chamberlain.
Doc Chamberlain.
And he said, you got to get something to create attention. And what more could you use other than fire or a snake? You can holler fire and everybody run for the exit, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody looks at the snake. No snake in it, never been. It's got all of wintergreen, and it's got camphor, 8 ingredients, herbal ingredients, and it's a strong rub-on, external rub-on liniment. What it is.
Well, my goodness.
There's been more jokes told about snake oil, the star of my show, I guess, than any other product in the world, really.
My goodness.
Yes, sir. And you know, now it will not cure arthritis.
It will not cure
no,
arthritis.
If somebody says, oh, it'll, you know, if anybody says they've got anything that'll cure arthritis, no way. They're lying to you. Snake oil won't do it either, but to tell you what, if you've got a little arthritis, tired, sore, aching muscles, take a hot towel and rub it on that knee or the fingers that won't hardly move, put a little snake oil on there, and tomorrow morning you can get up and out and run as scared ain't. It's a good, strong rub-on liniment. I tell you, we have a lot of fun with it. A lot of doctors buy it, but it is really a strong liniment. And I do the call-in talk shows all over the United States and Canada during right before Christmas every year. And this is the first show I've been on for my annual tour that I make here.
Well,
it's good
great.
to be with you here.
Could you give us an example of how a medicine speech would go?
May I say one other thing before I say that, before I tell you about that? I've come up with a little something here, and this is the first time I've had this on the air, too.
Okay, go ahead.
Incidentally, after every one of my shows, people come back and they say, Doc, I said, what? They said, look, I sing and play, and I have tried everywhere, tried to break the thing in Nashville and so on. It's hard to get into those places. How do you get into the show business? And I got to hearing that just about every show, you know, after so, and I said, well, why hadn't somebody put out some sort of information on that? I've took the information that I have picked up accidentally across the country in the 60 years that I've been in show business, and I put it into a little book called my Little Black Book.
A Little Black Book.
And the Little Black Book is full of information how to be a professional entertainer.
Well, my goodness. All right.
You see, in other words, it's the things that trial and error that I have tried, and I put it together in the Little Black Book. It tells you how to make a record, where to get, some of them will come up and say, I got a little band here, say better than Garth Brooks, you know. And I said, well, where are y'all playing? Well, we ain't playing nowhere. We don't know how to get it booked. We show them how to book 1,500 fairs, tell some man to call in the little towns across the country if they're pretty good. I'm not guaranteeing they'll get a job, but it breaks the ice and opens the door so they can get in. And the Bluegrass Festivals tells how to do that.
My goodness.
And it tells how to dress, you know. If you're going to be a gospel singer, why, of course, you got to look a little bit like that, you know. And if you're going to be a rock and roller or whatever, and if you're going to be a medicine man, you know, or if you're going to be an undertaker, you got to look like an undertaker.
Tells you how to do all that.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm telling you something. If something goes bad with your deal here, I want to hire you up, and I'll just get about 8 or 10 different kinds of suits and pants and stuff and fire all the rest of my band. You do everything yourself. Don't he do that? Huh?
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Doc.
All right. Now, you want me to do this the way they used to do it in the old days?
Yeah. Here's a commercial for this great service about the Little Black Book.
Yeah. They can write in to me, to Doc Scott, Toccoa, Georgia, 30577. And here's what we do. We got a little Christmas package. I'll send you the Little Black Book, How to Be a Professional Entertainer. Teaches you and shows you the addresses and everything. And to prove to you that I've been on all these shows, we'll send them a picture book with over 100 pictures of the different people I have been on with. The whole package goes for just $10 postpaid. So write me to Toccoa, Georgia, 30577.
Okay. Do you have some of those with you today that our singers and friends could buy here in the studio?
I do I'm not. I'm just started on this tour. I got 29 days of going network and what have you across the country. And I've got my motorhome's loaded to the gill.
You can take their name and ship it back to them later,
Yes,
can't you?
we sure can. Or just write me, old Doc Scott. Don't need no address other than that. Everybody knows me down there. Doc Scott, Toccoa, Georgia, 30577. And I'll post-pay it right to your door, and it makes a great Christmas present.
Absolutely.
Now, the old docs in the old days, they didn't have the television to reach out to get these people. And what they do is get the folks down as close as they could right around the platform of the old medicine show, usually down at the courthouse square where there's having a murder trial or something to create the crowd. And he'd get them down there, and when they'd break for lunch at dinner, he'd say, step right up to Doc Scott's last reel, whole-time medicine show. Now, if you're feeling down and out, and you don't know what to do, and it seems the world's done crushed you, and how can I get this thing out of your and your friends turn their back on you? Nature's pathway to health will help you. Try a bottle of this stuff today and rub it on as it's plainly directed. It'll drive your aches and pains away. A little small rubbing in the morning and another noon and night. Why, you'll feel so well, you'll want to yell. Whoa, that stuff will make you right. Made out of herb, spruce, bark, and ooze, and gathered from many parts of the globe and blended into a strong rub-on liniment. It's good for the entire family and the old folks, kids and all, and sold on a money-back guarantee. Oh, yeah? Let me hear y'all say, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all can beat that on this side, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody get happy and shout, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way they used to do it the old days, and old Doc done sold out again. Thank you.
Doc Scott, a living legend. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
Okie dokie. Maybe Brother Ernest Ainsley could come in on that. Yeah, you just heard the doctor steal my act there. But you can still send in your money, and it's a good cause he needs the money. We're kidding. A big hand for a legend, Doc Scott. Thank you so much, Doc.